It seems that Leica is quite serious about mobile photography. They recently released a dedicated MagSafe grip for the iPhone, which I still need to test. And they also have a new iPhone app called Leica Lux. And combining these two with an iPhone basically means that your iPhone is turning into a fully fledged Leica camera. Or at least that's the ambition they have. Okay, so when we look at the app, a couple of things to note. The app basically has two modes. The first one is called photo mode, and the second one is called aperture mode. There are also two price points for the app, a free version and a paid version. The paid version is $7.99, and biggest difference is actually the following. So if you go for the free version, what you get in the photo mode is a fully automatic camera, basically just as you get it with the native camera app, just by adding the color science of Leica on it. And in the aperture mode is where things get a little bit more interesting. It's fully focused on aperture, and it gives you access to a couple of iconic Leica lenses. In the free version, it's only one. It's the 28mm Summilux. And based on machine learning and computer-aided technology, they have created this emulation that you can apply on your JPEGs and get the look as it would be rendered by the iconic lens. If you go for the paid version, the photo mode gets out of automatic and gives you full manual control of things like ISO, shutter speed, and focus, basically turning this into a fully manual camera. And if you go into aperture for the paid version, you get access to multiple of these iconic lenses. At the moment of making this video, you have access to the 28mm Summilux, the 35 Summilux, the 50 Noctilux, the 75 Noctilux, the 90 Summilux, and a very special 50mm lens of the Leica 1. Also in both modes, you get access to the Leica Lux, so basically the film simulations of Leica. In the free version, it's limited to 5, and in the paid version, you get access to all of them. I think at the moment it's 11, but in the future, this will probably also grow both for the Leica Lux, but as well as for the lenses, giving you a wider selection of looks that you can go for. And it's this whole Leica lens look thing within aperture mode that I find really intriguing. Just thinking that it could be possible to get similar results from your iPhone, and having basically up to 6 or even more in the future iconic Leica lenses in your pocket, and being able to generate or emulate at least images that are very comparable to what you can get on a Leica camera is almost too good to be true. So that's something that I wanted to test out a bit, of course. And as it turns out, I have currently on loan a 35mm Summilux lens. And I wanted to pair this with my trusted Leica M10 monochrome, and yeah, try to go for a fun comparison with an iPhone 15 Pro, on which I have the Leica Lux app, of course. I went for the 35mm Summilux emulation and for the black and white high contrast Leica look for the JPEGs. So I took both of these out for a small trip, and I really want to share the results with you. So first we're going to look at a couple of shots side by side. You will see that the Leica Lux images have some film strips next to them. It's also an export setting within Leica Lux, so that you can easily recognize them. And afterwards, we'll deep dive a bit in a couple of images and look at a couple of differences, a couple of observations that I have. So see you then.
You try to burn me down, but my spirit just refined like a phoenix from the ash. Find my strength from within. I am stronger than before. I know, let it go. Rise, rise, rise. I'll carry you in my heart, hand in hand, I'll build again. No one tells you all always, my heart will break and expand. I am stronger than before. I know, let it go. Rise, 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 rise. Full release, winter sleep, spring new life, summer drive. Full release, winter sleep, spring new life, summer drive. Rise, rise, rise,
Okay, so a couple of observations when looking at this sample set. A couple of things stand out to me, not totally unexpected, but I think the difference was quite noticeable. Point one, it's in resolution and detail. Of course the newly released 35mm Summilux paired with a monochrome sensor. Resolution and sharpness is going to be off the charts, and that's also what I saw in the pictures. If you zoom in a little bit or start cropping, the M10 together with the real 35mm Summilux just has a couple of orders of magnitude more levels of sharpness and resolution. I think the JPEGs that the Leica Lux app produced, they felt a little bit over processed, and by doing that lost a lot of resolution and detail, in my opinion. Also, when you look at the low light photographs that I took, especially this one with the toy car at night, it's super muddy on the iPhone, and it's not perfect on the M10, which was mainly due to my technique at lower shutter speeds. But you clearly see that the M10 just retains a lot more detail at higher ISOs, and yeah, the difference is quite stark. And then bokeh-wise, you clearly see, of course, that by using computer-aided photography, they basically rely on all the bells and whistles of the iPhone itself by using portrait mode, for example. If you look at this picture, for example, where there's a large distance between the front element and the background, I think the result was actually surprisingly good. I think it's actually quite comparable in how it renders the out of focus background, which I thought was quite impressive. But if you look at a couple of other pictures, like this one from the owl in the window, you clearly see that the way they render depth of field is quite different. There you see that the physical limitations of having the real thing with all that glass that's in here and the size of the sensor still really makes a difference, and that the limitations of the phone, of course, at some point become quite apparent. Now, that doesn't mean that in the future this can change. As mentioned, this Leica Lux app will evolve in the future. And if you look at all the progress that the industry has been making as a whole when it comes to machine learning and AI and generating images, I have no doubt that the app itself will only improve, and the results at some point will come closer and closer to the real thing. Not the case today, or at least based on my testings, but we will see what the future will hold. So if you have any comments or things that you would like to share, feel free to do so in the comments. Hope you enjoyed this one, and see you in the next one. Bye.